Before we'll jump straight to the coding, let's just make a quick theory introduction. What we'll have right here? What is going on with that MERN stack? MERN stack stands for MongoDB, Express, React, and Node. And it's very famous tech stack which will allow us to create full stack applications, and also we'll use this stack we'll use to create our Discord clone. For the real-time communication like chat and video group call rooms, we'll use the technology of the name of SocketIO, which we'll use as our WebSocket server, and the WebRTC for that direct connection between the users, and with that we'll be able to just exchange between these users the video and audio tracks from the local streams. We'll start with the server side, and what we'll have on our server side? We'll use the MongoDB as our database and Node.js as our main technology which we'll use at our backend. And Node.js is just the engine for the JavaScript which allow us to run JavaScript code at the server side. We'll use Express as our Node.js framework to make our Node.js server development faster and easier, and we'll use that SocketIO for this real-time communication, and that will be used as our WebSocket server because that is built at the top of WebSockets. At the client side, we'll use React as our JavaScript library to create our UI, the SocketIO client connection that will connect to our SocketIO server just for this real-time functionality of the chat and exchanging necessary data when it's coming just before we'll establish a direct connection with the WebRTC. And we'll use also the WebRTC for that video chat and audio call possibility, which will allow us to make that direct connection between two users. What is the MongoDB? MongoDB is the document-oriented NoSQL database which just used for high-volume data storage. Instead of using tables and rows in the traditional relational databases, MongoDB makes us of a collection and documents. And what we'll be doing in our course, we'll just create a MongoDB database in cloud in their official website, and we'll connect to that database from our application. And why we are choosing the MongoDB? Because it's just fast development, easy for beginners, and that's have the collection and documents instead of tables and rows, which I think is easier for just to work with instead of just a traditional relational database. At the server side, we'll go for the Node.js, and as we said before, it's a JavaScript runtime environment. It includes everything you need to execute a program written in JavaScript at the server side. And we'll be just choosing the Node.js because it's fast to develop a small and medium projects. It's a quick to start and much easier just to create a simple server comparing to Java or C#. It's very quick and fast, and it's quite easy to master. But with the Node.js server, we can use Express. And the Express is a web application framework for Node.js, like React is for the JavaScript, because at the server side, it provides various features that make web application development fast and easy. So it's just like a ready Express application, which give us the functions just to configure the routes we would like to have, the validation and everything. So as you see, we can make Node.js web app development fast and easy to configure and customize, will allow us to create REST API servers, and it's very easy to connect with the databases, and the database which we are interested for is that MongoDB. At the front end of our application, as our front end framework library, we'll use React. We have possibility to choose also the Angular and Vue.js, but React.js is at the top and is created by the Facebook company, which is very fast, is scalable and simple. It's just give us possibility to create and develop fast user interfaces, and it's easy to learn for beginners and not so hard to master. So that will be our goal, because it's right now the #1 library just to create user interfaces at the front end of our application. Also, we still have that SocketIO and WebRTC technology, but we'll make a quick theory introduction which will be necessary just before we'll use the SocketIO technology, and later on the WebRTC technology, because we just need to make that just a better presentation of it, because that's the more complex technologies which we will be using in our application.